Guys, how are you guys doing? How have you been coping? Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing, for posting on your status, on your story, for telling a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keeping to the drill. So today, from the caption or from the title of my video, this is going to be an unpopular opinion about Nigerians being in Nigerian, what it is like to live in Nigeria, everything Nigeria basically. So like, my first unpopular opinion is marriage, like the way Africans or Nigerian parents or adults, no, not adults, parents idolize marriage, especially for women, like as if marriage is your greatest achievement as a female. It drives me nuts. So another thing I perceive, like being in an African, being in Nigeria, because I don't know about other African countries, I don't know about Nigeria and Nigerians because I live among Nigerians, is like when they men are allowed to misbehave, men are allowed to be promiscuous, to like be polygamous and stuff like that. But when women do it, everybody goes at the woman. Like for example, if a guy and a girl mess around and then she gets pregnant, everybody goes, the woman is loose, the woman is a prostitute, the woman is this, the woman is that, she should have done this, should have done that, she's a whore, she's a prostitute, she's loose, she's a very bad girl, stuff like that. And everybody forgets that it takes two to tango. It was a guy and a girl who came together and the baby happened. So when we shame women, we should not forget to also shame men. And sometimes some people go off on women like as if no mistakes cannot happen. It's not that I'm what they call it, supporting the fact that stuff like that should happen. I'm just saying that when you slam women and bash women for stuff like that, don't forget that it's two people that make a baby. So don't forget to slam women as well. Don't hold only women accountable. Men also should be held accountable at the same time, because it takes two people for this sort of action to happen. Yes, we are raised to be respectful to our elders and stuff like that, but sometimes you experience some adults and you're like, respect should not really be based on age. Respect is supposed to be reciprocal, because like some people use it to take advantage of the fact that they are older than you, so you cannot say the truth which they claim is disrespectful, but it's actually the truth, for a way to manipulate me to your advantage. And that's not respect, that is being a master manipulator. It's totally different from respect. And then maybe an adult does something, you know, as an adult what you are doing is wrong, but because the culture is on your side and you are emphasizing and stamping hard on the culture that the child should respect you either ways, whether you misbehave or you do the right things or you do the wrong things, stop it. Adults should, like, really, we should stop it. You know you did something wrong, apologize. Not saying you cannot say sorry or you cannot be the bigger person and be mature and apologize to that child for the wrong thing you did. Then if the child comes up at you and tells you the truth, you say it's disrespectful. Why now? If you respected yourself, the child respects you. You didn't respect yourself, so you get what you get. How does good money equal to you have respect, you are respectful? I don't get it. That's how you pass by. I know I have personal experience. I think it was at church one day. I was with my best friend. Then one man who knows my mom, she came up to me. I was talking to my friend. I did not even get the opportunity to greet her or not to greet her. Even if I don't greet you, does not mean I'm not disrespectful. Then she now came up and said something so silly. She now said, what do you call it? Because I'm taller than her now, that's why I don't want to greet her. Is it my fault that you are not tall? Is it my fault that you are short? And I'm not even tall in the first place. So is it my fault that you are that short? It's not my fault. I don't know how we attribute greeting greeting to respect. And you say I should greet you out of respect. What if that day I don't wish you a good morning? What if that day I'm not in the mood to greet anybody? What if that day I actually don't wish you to have a good day? Why would I now come and lie? Like, greeting should be, I honestly wish this person to have a good day, to have a good morning, so I will say that to you. If I don't, well, or if I'm not in the mood, or what if I'm not happy that day? What if I went through something bad? You never know. Some adults just come here and come and tell you that they don't have respect, your mother not trained well, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what's wrong? Please, Nigerians, okay, not every Nigerian, but like, we should stop idolizing foreigners, stop idolizing foreign products and thinking that they are better than us. I've said this in like my second video about us patronizing our products, patronizing made in Nigerian products, our brands, our our own stuff. Because the truth is, all these foreign brands that are now names now. They started from somewhere and they believed in themselves. We don't have to wait for Americans or Europeans to verify and give us a blue tick for the coolness or acceptability of our stuff before we start accepting it. It's a serious inferiority complex that a lot of people have. And sometimes I feel we should stop in celebrating Independence Day, because are we really free from colonialism when our minds are still colonized? And the truth is, like for example, if they bring a phone made in Nigeria and they bring iPhone or Samsung or even Infinix or the rest, most Nigerians would rather go for iPhone or Samsung or Huawei or Infinix or any phone that is foreign rather than our own. Before we started wearing traditional wear, that's form of Ankara, George and all those things, Obasanjo literally had to force Nigerians to start wearing our own. And because we also saw foreigners wearing it and saying they liked it, that's before we now accepted our own stuff. And Burna Boy said something that Nigerians are now claiming that they love his music and stuff. And the truth is that most Nigerians did not start accepting him before foreigners accepted him, before the world accepted him. That's when Nigerians accepted. And we actually do that in almost everything, in our taste, in fashion, in gadgets, in almost everything. We have to wait for like the foreigners to accept it or to term it as cool, as acceptable, as high tech before we now say, okay, we're going to use this thing. Let that colonial mindset, that old time mindset that before the Europeans do something, we have to accept it or it is okay. Wear your stuff, be proud of your stuff, be proud of whatever you do. Like for example, if like I wanted to go, I'm saying for example now, if I want to go to a bank and take a loan now, I'm sure if I go to the bank, Nigerian to Nigerian, they'll probably not give me the loan. They'll start explaining, giving me a million reasons why they should not give me money. But if I come with an Indian, a Lebanese person, they will even ask me, how much money do I want? How much do I need? Because it is a person that is not Nigerian, because it's a person that is foreign. The person does not even have to be white or American or European. As long as the person is foreign and is not African, we just idolize them. And you see it in the airports, in banks. Foreigners come, they're at the back of the line. Nigerians will willingly bring them to the front. In front, preventing other Nigerians who have waited patiently on the line to get their things or to get checked in or something for just one white man, that if you are in his country, he will not accept you. He will not give you the special treatment they are giving you. So we should just stop it and stop shortchanging ourselves and start loving ourselves, loving our culture, loving the things we produce, believing in ourselves and trust ourselves. Then the idea of traveling abroad, like if you've not traveled abroad before, it's not the end of the world. You've not you've not hit a standard of achievement or blue tick, or you have what they call it, reach the top achievement of your life if you've traveled abroad. If you don't know, there are so many Americans, so many Europeans, so many people abroad who have not left their town, their city. They've not gone to any other place beside it. I can remember watching Come Down With Me, I think UK or South Africa. I can't remember which. And there was one of them that she was Chinese, but she had like American accent. I think she had lived in America. Then she was asking one of her guests, where would he would like to stay in America? Guess what he told her? He said Canada. Canada is another country, and that is where he wanted to stay in America. So you see, the white people that you look up to, they are so smart. They make mistakes, and there are so many of them that have not traveled to anywhere besides within their town, within their city, within their country. So you traveling abroad is not the biggest award in this world. So don't feel less than if you've not traveled anywhere in the world. Let's stay in Nigeria. Let's try to build up Nigeria. Let's try to make Nigeria better, because honestly, with the way things are going and the way Africans are being treated, it's best to just stay in our country, find ways to develop it and make it better, and make other people come to your country. The way Dubai has managed to develop and become one of the biggest tourist attractions in the world. That's what we should be doing. Not because one teeth have shake, we will now go to UK. One ear have something has happened to it at that moment. You want to go to India, you want to go to UK, you want to go to America. Let's stop it, because you are spending your money in their country, developing their economy, boosting their GDP and everything, and we are losing money here. Has anybody ever thought of it? All the rich people, politicians and the rest, they are running off to Europe and America. You are spending your money developing their country, and obviously they will accept you because you are helping them spend money that probably their citizens will not spend. There you are spending it on luxury, on holidays, on health treatments and stuff like that, and your country is nothing to write home about. Let's change. Then let's stop complaining about the bad things that happen in Nigeria and start fixing it. Adults from my parents' time and above, they just sit down and talk about the things that happen in Nigeria like a debate topic. They talk about it. So what are you going to do about it? Nigeria is like that. That's the way Nigeria is. Nothing will happen. Nothing will make a difference. Nothing. And we just take it with laxity and just accept the problem instead of complaining, holding our government accountable, making sure that, because see, it's your money, it's your tax that is made available for them to spend. So if we call up the government and demand for like account of how they've spent the money, I think things will change. But we just accept it and feel like they are the government, let them handle things, blah 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 blah. It's your money. It's like you buying something from the store and the person at the store just gives you whatever they like and tells you, that's your business, and you accept the low quality good or nothing at all because you don't want to cause any trouble or because you're afraid of one thing or the other. If we don't hold them accountable, things will just go on like this. Then the era of you being called mama doctor, mama engineer, mama what, all these professional courses, that's past. The people who make money now, you don't have to be a doctor to make a whole lot of money. Content creators are making money, models are making money, musicians, not doctors, musicians, footballers, people in the entertainment and artistic industry are making more money than the supposed doctors. So for the parents who feel like their children should not be into content creating and social media and stuff like that, it makes money now. Times have changed. We are not in 1945 where there were few people who were getting educated, and if you get a university degree, jobs are waiting for you. That time has passed. Entrepreneurs are making money. So many things that we look down on are making money now. So that 1945 mentality, I don't know why I'm saying 1945, but that mentality has passed. So this is to the teachers or people applying to be teachers. Science students are not the best. That idea that science students are the most studious, they are the most brilliant, they are the most... Please stop it. And you feel that because they are in science class, they have more... Maybe yes, in terms of job security or working for somebody, they are the most likely. But if you look at it, the people that make the most ego or the most money, they are not the doctors or the people in the science class. They are the musicians, they are the painters, they are the content creators, digital creators, models, influencers, they are the athletes, Serena Williams and the likes, the musicians, the songwriters. Yes, those people, the comedians, the MCs, all those people, the entertainers in general, the people who we look down on before, the footballers that before, if you say If your daughter comes to meet you that she's marrying a footballer, you will cry and ask her what's her problem. That of all the people, she not see doctor, engineer, accountant to marry, is a footballer she wants to marry, or a musician, or an actor. But now they are the ones making money. And if you put them into categories, those people are the art guys who people look down on and say they are not smart, they are not intelligent, they are not serious. They are the ones making money. Television, art, those are the things making money. So the idea that science guys are the best, please, let's just drop it. You're being the best academically is not based on what class or what profession you go into. It's just based on the individual's intellect. Okay. Then the idea of the I better pass my neighbor, let's just quit it. The fact that you feel good about yourself, that you are not as poor as the next person living close to you, is a very, honestly, very low mindset, because you can attain higher, you can do better, and you just compare yourself to the next person. And you and the person you're comparing yourself with, you don't have the same life, you don't have the same destiny, you don't have the same things working in your favor or in your disfavor. So stop comparing yourself with someone else and just try to do better. And it's that mentality that now affects now. You now see so many people not doing things because it can better other people, and not being bothered about things because it's not affecting them personally. Like, for example, if I was in government, for example, I will not develop other places because it's not affecting me. The roads are bad, there's no electricity, it doesn't bother anybody because the people at the helm of affairs won't do anything about it because it's not affecting them. They have lights, they don't go on the bad roads that we are going on. So it concern me. And that wetin concern me attitude is what is destroying Nigeria, is what is making us stay at this point that we are. Because if you think, like, as a person, what can I do to make my environment better? What can I do to make my community better? What can I do to make where I stay, my vicinity, better? Honestly, things would have been better. And you now see people, I can recall, like, so many times in school, people will be forming porch clean. You take your slushy, you take your smoothie, after drinking it, you dump the stuff in the plants or on the floor, and you're clean. How are you supposedly clean if you can? I don't know, maybe because people in general feel this environment is public environment. And I remember talking to someone and he threw something on the floor. I was like, why did he throw? He said somebody's going to clean it up. That is their job. Yes, it's their job to be cleaners, to clean the floor, but it doesn't mean you should make their work harder. And it's public environment, that means everybody owns it. It's not just one person. And I think maybe because the mindset we have is that it's not my own, it's not for me personally, so I can treat this thing anyhow I like it. Our maintenance culture is terrible. You can see from the markets, from public gardens, environments, and you see and you go by, even in the cinema. I can remember going to the cinema for the second time. See the amount of popcorn on the floor. And I'm wondering, were they spraying it and donating it to the floor? And it was like the floor ate more popcorn than the human beings that were there. We should just generally treat things like they were our own, because if you treat something like it was your own, you will better manage it, you better keep it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So if you do not like the stuff in this video, you chose to watch this video by yourself, and I hope you still like the video. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye bye guys. Mwah.